What's up, guys? Valentine's Day. I'm in a relationship right now. It's awesome. I'm with a girl I love very much. So I've been trying to keep her in my life. So I've been doing things. I've been trying to be more adventurous in the bedroom. But here's the thing about being more adventurous in the bedroom. You gotta go all the way with it. You can't half-ass it. Because there's no bigger turn-off than to turn to a girl in the middle of sex and be like, what are you into? And then follow that with, I can't do that. Do you have a second thing that you're into? What's the second thing that you like? Is there a second, do you have a list? And for me, I can't talk dirty, you know? For me, talking dirty, I'm just like, I'm inside you! Like, I can't say anything funny or sexy or creative in the bedroom. I can only tell you what's happening to me in that moment. So she's like, oh, talk dirty to me. I'm like, we're having sex. It's crazy. I'm all like, in, out, in, out. In, out. In, out. My leg is cramping. In, out. The other thing I don't like about dirty talk is that, for the most part, dirty talk is just a series of questions that I don't necessarily want to hear the answers to. If I muster up the courage to be like, ugh, how do you like that dick? The last thing I want to hear is, it's okay. It's like, Todd's better. Who's Todd? So I figured it out. This is what you got to do. You got to ask the question in a way where you can't be disappointed with the answer. So when I'm in the bedroom, I'm like, how do you like that dick? A, the best. B, the greatest. C, A and B. D, it hurts, but in a good way. I've been watching a lot of Netflix documentaries just to give you some idea where I'm at mentally. I saw this documentary recently. It's called, has anybody heard of this documentary? It's called Blackfish. Yeah. And for those of you that don't know what Blackfish is, it's a documentary about the orcas at SeaWorld and how much they love it there. And just a great relationship, just the shenanigans that they get into with their trainers. It's a horrible place. And SeaWorld did not handle the backlash from that documentary very well. The best way you handle bad press is always just to admit to whatever you're being accused of. Remember Chick-fil-A? We were like, hey, Chick-fil-A, we heard that you guys don't support gay marriage. And then Chick-fil-A goes, no, we don't. We believe marriage would be between a man and a woman. And then we were like, I'll have number 6 then, I guess. Chick-fil-A. What are we going to do, you know? Or David Letterman. We were like, hey, David Letterman, we heard that you've been cheating on your wife. And he's like, yeah, I've been having sex with many, many female employees. Sorry. And then we go, oh yeah, well, was it awesome? How great would it have been if SeaWorld did that immediately after that documentary came out? Like the next day there's like a press conference and, you know, we're like, hey, SeaWorld, why is it that in the wild the dorsal fin of the orca stays erect, but in captivity it flops over? And the guy at SeaWorld's like, they're depressed. We torture them. We torture them every day. And I don't know, we don't really know that much about them, but we like to think that their will to live is in their dorsal fin. And we're like, stop groaning, I'm not making fun. Alright, okay. Hey, SeaWorld! Why is it that in the wild the orca will live to 75 or 80, but in captivity it only lives to its mid-30s? They want to die. We torture them. I think I said that before, you know? We try to keep them alive because it's more money for us, but in the end their desire to die is so strong that they basically will themselves to die. Hey, SeaWorld! on humans in the wild, but over 35 documented attacks of orcas on humans in captivity. And at this point, the guy just lost it, and he's like, they're mad, they're really angry. I think the real lesson here is that we shouldn't be torturing animals that are intelligent enough to grieve. You know, public, clearly not on board. You know, I would not be having this problem if I ran a show with chickens. You ever look into the eyes of a chicken? It's just a bottomless pit of stupidity. They don't give a fuck. You know, but I can make $1 billion running a show with chickens. They're stupid, they can't swim, it would be a pool full of dead chickens. Who would do it? Orcas, and they know who we are. It's not like we wear disguises as we take their kids away. Like they know that's Bill or Susie. You know, what else is gonna get eaten? We would stop if we could, but I built the parks. The parks are built. I don't know what else we could use them for. But this weekend we're doing a Groupon thing. Like I said, I was in a relationship, and I'm in a relationship. It's going well. I was single for a very long time. I was single for so long that buying condoms had become like less about being safe and more about just remaining optimistic. It's kind of wishful thinking. And I was the worst at talking to girls, especially in college. Like, my whole idea was just to sound smart. You know, I would back up girls in the corners and say things like, so they say that Kierkegaard is the father of existential philosophy, but in my own opinion is Jean-Paul Sartre, so can you please now let me inside you? And that would work, and all of a sudden a frat boy would come around the corner and be like, hey T.O., hey, what's up? I'm Tanner. I'm taking women's studies right now. It's fucking stupid. And then the girl I was with was like, hey, what's up? I'm Brittany. Do you want to fuck? And he'd be like, whatever, just keep your stupid mouth shut. And they would leave. And this would happen to me once a week. And it hurt. But when I think back to that moment, I've come to realize that Brittany was right to choose Tanner. She was. Because at that moment, Tanner was a better person than I was. You know? Because his opinions might have been sexist and fucked up, but at least he was being genuine. You know? When he said women's rights are stupid, he was speaking from the heart. Meanwhile, I would talk to a girl for hours about the inequality in the workplace and the glass ceiling, and at the end of the day, I'm not getting laid. Because she knows the only reason I'm a feminist is because I lack the confidence to be misogynist. More full of shit on this planet than a single guy trying to pick you up at a bar. Like, he doesn't believe in half the shit he's saying, and he certainly doesn't care what your opinion is on alternative energy or what type of oats your opponent eats, you know? He just believes in his heart there's a combination of statements and questions where the conversation could end with his penis somewhere near or around you. Like, he's just trying to show you his dick. But ladies, if you have the choice between a frat boy and the hipster guy, go with the hipster dude. Because frat boys have a lot of sexual hang-ups. Like, first off, if a girl's nice enough to go down on you, but then you complain to me about it because she didn't swallow, I want to murder you. Why do you care? Why? You know, it's like another person helped you have an orgasm, man. You just won. You just won the race. You crossed the finish line, so who cares what happens after the race? Why do dudes care about their cum? It makes no sense to me. Like, hey, certainly not reciprocated. Your cum doesn't give two shits about you. It will ruin your life. I hate my cum. It's the worst. It can put a baby in a person. But I'm weirdly obsessed with putting it at different places, like a chest or a face or my roommate's toothbrush. Alright, number 2. A lot of guys aren't with me, but like, I don't know, the more someone's obsessed with like, oh, I just need it all shaved down there, I'm like, are you a pedophile, dude? Like, it's creepy, you know? And I know a lot of guys are like, hey, Aaron, yeah, but if I don't get my girlfriend to shave, sometimes she trims her bush into the shape of a swastika. I understand, you got me on that one. If your girlfriend's using her pubes to send you a message of hate, you're allowed to care. Otherwise, just stay the fuck out of it. And this is the last one. for 4 years of college, but then complain about the taste of pussy? Come on! Good evening, everyone.